Welcome back to some professional StarCraft 2. Let me introduce to you, in the bottom right, the player in the blue. Not the Protoss we deserve, but the Protoss we need right now. It's HeroMarine. And opposite him, another heroic player. This one a bit more Terran-centric, though in StarCraft 2, that's, you know, par for the course. In the right, in the top left, it's Big Gabe, aka HeroMarine. A best of 3 TVP. A challenge, both for the players and for myself as a caster. As, I mean, we can just default to his given name, Big Gabe, which would make it a little bit easier. And, of course, the Terran versus the Protoss pieces. I think this is going to be quite a dramatic clash of styles with HeroMarine's very, it sounds like an insult, but it's actually meant as a compliment. Stable gameplay. Alright, HeroMarine has to face the European crucible of constant Protoss almost day in and day out. The vast majority of everyone who isn't near the top on Europe is a Protoss. But HeroMarine stands above them. Maybe even on top of them. We'll see who comes out on top here. If you enjoy a heroic StarCraft 2 matchup, well, hopefully you'll enjoy more in the future. Like, subscribe. Jimmy, what are we? 1,104. If we get 1,104 likes, I'll cast another series. And I'll probably do it anyways. But thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you've had a good day so far. Hopefully it's about to get a little bit more heroic. Okay, that's enough for now. That's enough on the hero puns. It's gonna get old fast. Unlike watching these two play. 4 Marines in the center of the map looking to intercept the first gateway unit. But instead, Hero sends out a hallucinated Phoenix. I believe that's his first scout. That's actually the first scout from either player. Neither of these two particularly worried. What is this? Hero with a shield battery on the high ground. He did not scout before this. So that means this is just kind of his default. He Reaper walled. He's going DT rush. And he walled off the front. So this is kind of a suspicious setup here from Hero. Almost a PvZ level of walling off. He's doing every possible thing he can to make sure that this is not scouted, which is a bit suspicious in and of itself. So HeroMarine just whips out his orbital command, slaps a scan down directly on top of the Dark Shrine. And he cancels it. Okay, it begins. And he just... Now, the Dark Templar were canceled. The High Templar are the new Templar. In StarCraft 2, there is a disparity. So, I mean, HeroMarine was already just building a Raven, which covered his bases. I'm very interested, because sometimes it's better to just leave it. Like, if it's that far along, that means HeroMarine's going to constantly... Then again, Hero might get the... Okay, I think we do need to default to Big Gabe, but Big Gabe might play extra careful anyways. Like, he doesn't know the Dark Shrine was canceled. So, any sort of corners that he doesn't end up cutting because of that, you know, this is doing a surprisingly good job. 2 Adepts and a Stalker. Each volley of fire, able to kill 1 SCV, gets 5 of them and gets out. Yeah, I think the cancel was a solid move here because he gets all the benefit of his opponent thinking he's going DTs without actually having to invest in DTs, which are quite expensive. So, Hero getting the better of Big Gabe here. In fact, like, I want to point out, one, this probe, which is having a nervous breakdown because it walled itself in and doesn't know how this will end. Knowing that Hero will it just gave up. It's accepted its place, as units do after about 15 seconds of being unpathable. So it will remain there, trapped in a prison of its own design. Okay, who could have seen this coming? I've made a huge mistake. Oh my god. Okay, it's just an auto turret. I had a train of thought, but it was interrupted by the flight of the probe. As many things are. Alright, probes have a tendency to do that to people. Double barracks behind, triple racks in total, stim, combat, shield +1 already done. HeroMarine on the way out. Oh, beautiful, incredible, devastating storm out of the gate. And that one Templar switched out for the other seems to have paid off dramatically. HeroMarine absolutely blindsided by a hurricane down the ramp. He saves the Archon. Hero, so far, looking really good. Okay. Looking one Archon less good than before, but still pretty good. The Spylon, he put down the auto turret as well, but there's enough space for the Warp Prism in the back corner. The High Templar are getting more damage done than I've seen in probably the last 3 series they showed up in. The Reaper Wall, though, will be the target of this next push. The Reaper Wall, good for blocking out Reapers, obviously, thus the name. Oh no. Are we just base trading? There's a storm from the high ground that zones him out. The army is spotted. HeroMarine scrambles back. Raven's still on the other side of the map. Not that it's going to be a too huge a factor in this sort of game so far. Medevac dropping units out. Gotta pull the boys soon. HeroMarine actually going back forward. He's kind of waffling back and forth. The storms will slow things down, but the Sim City here, there's not that many units that aren't Templar. He actually recalls back. Gonna lose several of the units, but doesn't recall to the main, where HeroMarine will pick up into the Medevacs and drop in. Depowers the shield battery. Forces the Stalkers back. Able to pick up and able to get out. At least for now. HeroMarine turns that around. Big Gabe able to hold the line back at home and get the damage done in Hero's base. Another double drop, this time for the siege tanks on the low ground. Yes, a storm could be intensely damaging, but the Templar are going to have to get close first. I believe there's one in that prism. Indeed. He's going to drop it and the storms, but not quite enough to kill the tanks there. Still at full damage. Juggles another one. The Templar starting to chip away at the Marauders, but the siege tanks are target fired onto the Immortals. He's going to drop a few more units down, including on the Reaper Cliff. What a convoluted fight this is. The storm softened up enough of the army that HeroMarine is going to be driven back. He doesn't even get the Cyber Core here. Hero breaks him on the anvil of the Reaper Wall that HeroMarine was the one trying to slam into. But micros it beautifully. Those Templar not doing critical damage, but just softening things up enough so his more conventional army can come in and finish the job. HeroMarine probably a little too committed to working on that location than exploring other possibilities. But he does still have the economy. It's 60 to 68 workers, but mules are dropping on the third. Templar for storm drops. Oof. So far, the storms have been immaculate. Devastating, and what a timing! Oh my god! 13 SCVs down. The storms absolutely ruining the economy. And now HeroMarine again. With a significant army, but unable to really pick his fights. Hero has been getting the better of him on that. Widowmine dragged out. Trying to get another one. Will do so. Softening the rest up here. Clears up the mines. No armory done yet. For Big Game. Oh, feedback. But EMP goes off. Widowmines. Hero. His army. Not looking... he's got some Templar in the prison, but the interference matrix means he can't use it to juggle. Wow, that Raven has stayed alive this whole time. EMP strips away the Archon. One more storm. Stims through it. Tearing up everything in his path. Big Gabe has momentum which cannot be matched. Literally or physically. Somehow those are different. Nexus down. The Templar have been doing a great job, but at the expense of having much more army supply. What is at the back? The Raven's still getting work done. Is that first Raven? I think he has 14 kills. That is the initial Raven. It has helped to dismantle most of both the attack, the defense, and the economy. And right now, probably the... Wait, whoa. There's 2. All right, Jimmy, edit that part out. Well, combined by their powers combined. Widowmine's into the main. The Ravens have been real MVPs here, helping to counteract a lot of heroes' spellcasters. The Widowmines, there is no detection. They are going to fire again. Few Marauders caught in the center of the map. Awkward rally point there. Recall on an Archon and a Colossus. Widowmines have recharged. And get another round. Finally, a cannon on the way. Wait. Yeah, he had cannons before, or he could have had cannons. He has +1. EMP. Vikings looking to zone out that prism. Scrambles a Colossus. Still looking for more. Heading up towards the north side. SCV is here also for moral support. Hero is going to have to land these storms, and that's going to be a difficult proposition. Disruptor's on the field, scrambles a Colossus, disruptor shot, hits a bunch of the Marines. Colossi zoning out. 1 out of 2 Colossi is enough in this scenario. Deals with the Widowmine. And again, HeroMarine is driven back. Where Hero, his supply, not looking particularly healthy, but his unit composition is about as strong as it can get for this supply. Looks like the Widowmine will finally go down. Oh, more medevacs trying to be targeted. He gets him out for now. We'll see if we actually have one of those very rare repairs on the medevacs. Not yet. Widowmine's being dealt with. Well, not being dealt with, actually. They get another shot off. Down goes a Colossus. War Prism's next. Disruptor shot, fade away, big hit. HeroMarine leaned a little too far forward, and he won't be leaning out. Drop is loaded up. Stalker's looking to chase. Widowmine's still to the north as well. That will help slow things down. The Observer is there. He's going for the mineral line. But so far, HeroMarine, this is kind of what I expected from this series, is Hero with incredible, if not overly fancy micro and tactics, with HeroMarine just a sledgehammer coming in. Brawn and brains, the ultimate package. As the drop in the main, he has the energy, but recall not going to happen. Another hit. Feedbacks attempted. Disruptor shot zoning out, but down goes the 4th. Down goes the main. A handful of Stalkers on the other side can be all but ignored. The Vikings are uncontested. This firing through the shield battery. Shield battery overcharge, not enough to save the Colossi. It will be exhausted as well. There's no other anti-air. Down goes the Colossus. Disruptor shots will find a connection, but they can't hit everything. Again, 11 probes down. 2 next side down. Widowmine still going. Down goes an Archon. HeroMarine really embracing the mechanics of Terran in this game 1. And Hero is falling apart. I gotta say, an inspired game out of Hero, but a HeroMarine, on the other hand, is much like his build, his name is much more specific. He knows what he wants and how to get it. A whole lot of bile, and then throw it in a few of those key spellcasters. Ghosts, Widowmines. Ooh. HeroMarine is really trying to make a game of this. The Disruptor shots. I've heard Big Gabe and his feelings on Disruptors on the ladder, and I don't think they're any less strong here. Hero he's still in it. He's got 8 Disruptors. He's still in it mostly because HeroMarine, by the way, he killed another Nexus. Like, there's 1 mining base now. He's just gutting him. He's lopping arms off right now, even if he takes big hits in return. The Disruptors, he can fire volleys. He's dodging forward. The hits connect. Just right-clicking on things. Another fadeaway shot. The Disruptors are getting terrible, terrible damage. But that is a symptom of the situation when HeroMarine has, well, the disruptors are pretty much all that Hero has to match him. Still, though, this is within the ballpark, which means it's within throw range. I would call it a throw at this stage, with a 2-upgrade advantage, with a huge economy advantage, with an army supply advantage, with a general mass and inertia advantage. HeroMarine has every advantage, except for the ability to not get hit by disruptors. So, really truly embracing his latter Terran roots here. But big Gabe, still, it's his game to lose. Disruptor shots, they connect, but they can't hit everything. The Liberators, starting to drive things back. Hero, for his part, has still held on. He has not retaken his main or his natural. The income heavily in favor of the German Terran. Finally, a pickup to dodge. HeroMarine, intent on keeping the supplies damn close. SCV, once again. Disruptors, oh my. He's getting the hits. He's got 4 disruptors left over, which is not a particularly incredible number, but it seems to be enough. The army supplies are within striking distance. If Hero's able to take a victory by, say, catching a drop, that could be a pretty significant turnaround here. Goes for the medevac, gets another one. Without those medevacs, the Colossi and the rest of the gateway units become a lot more effective. Disruptors, fires off 2. Doesn't find too much. Another volley. Oh, that salvo found a lot, but the disruptors are all exhausted. Trying to fight. Disruptors are gone. EMP. HeroMarine realizes without him, he can focus on the DPS, but another Colossus shows up. He doesn't even have extended thermal lance. But it's not enough. And once the disruptors are finally gone by HeroMarine's advanced tactic of throwing everything he had into them, he's able to take the game. Big Gabe rolls Hero in game 1. A bloody, explosive battle, but a victory nonetheless. Ooh, that was, attrition. If you can replace more than they can destroy, very simply, the math checks out.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you.
Ooh. It is. Disruptors are quite a unit. They are the most dangerous force field. In that case, I think that was the most disruptor hits I've seen land back-to-back at this level in quite a bit. Usually disruptors are thrown out just to zone out the arm and give your Colossi some space. But no, he's hitting them. But at the end of the day, oh, you know what? That whole train of thought, let's derail it. We got new things to talk about. Hero. Is this a proxy 2-gate? Yes. I mean, not proxy 2-gate. He's got a 2-gate with another gate on this side of the map. Hero? Yeah. It's an old cheese, but it checks out. Definitely a cheese. All right. How quickly? Cheese versus all-in. Not mutually exclusive. Most cheeses are all-in, but not nearly all all-ins are cheese. An all-in is a strategy that requires you to... oh no, we lost the probe! The probe is pretty important for softening up even. A cheese is something that becomes significantly less effective if you know it's coming. Like, if HeroMarine knew this was a 2-gate, he'd be building a bunker. Or another barracks. Or, well, certainly he'll expand on the high ground. An all-in, on the other hand, like, for example, doing a 5 racks on 2 base for Terran. With no third command center. Even if you know it's coming, doesn't necessarily lessen its strength significantly. As that is just a lot of units to deal with. But yeah, right now, if HeroMarine knew this was the case, He'd certainly not expand on the low ground, at the very least. Pretty sure he saw there was no... Yeah, well, that might be canceled near immediately. Yep. There's your example. And HeroMarine is expanding as well. To the gold. Yeah. Which HeroMarine may scout immediately. The SCV is like, aha! Even though he kind of already knew it was happening. I guess expanding at gold makes sense, because if Hero ends up losing a critical mass of units... Oh my god, he put the Widowmine in front. Can he get it? He's just gonna sacrifice the Zealot. They'll expect one of us in the wreckage, brothers. The grenade... The depot has taken a lot of damage, but we're working with the fact that none of these units have enough range. In order to really fight over the depot, they just gotta yell strong words while taking occasional pot shots. Yeah, the SCV has not scouted the gold base. I mean, it does very much come down to this. He spotted the Widowmine, right? Oh my god. A bold move by Big Game. But he manages to get away with it. Well. The Adept. Oh, he mistimed it a bit. He tries to unburrow. He actually completes the shade. I'm not... Well, this is... The Stalkers from the low ground. I have no idea. Honestly, like, this is a mess. It looks like this is doing enough damage. The Stalkers are walking up. The Widowmines were dealt with for minimal cost. Siege tank is on the way out. Very importantly, Hero has gold base mining. Gold base kind of a huge deal here. Siege tank is sieging up, and that'll be the end. Hero maybe could make his way through, but there's no reason to risk the map control he has carved for himself by going... This was a recall. There's no way there's that many. Yeah, he recalled probes from the main a while ago. Hero's camera is going to this side of the... Oh my god. Yeah, I noticed the mini-map camera. If there's a gold base, there's a dream. Hero going for double gold here. The Michael Phelps of Protoss. Well, here we go. Siege tank. HeroMarine playing quite conservative. His SCV never scouted the gold. I think he just sent it out. He found the proxy racks, and then he was very focused on micro at home. A Banshee on the way as well. Blank for Hero. I think Hero has carved out, especially if the gold base... Oh, the Banshee. You think... I wonder if the timing of this will make him suspicious of the other one. Alright, let's go to the HeroMarine cam. Well, he's catching the probes rallying. Let's see. He doesn't seem to be suspicious, despite the incredibly bold nature of Hero's strategy. Like, the double gold is such a massive... Well...
Additional
oh, no, I lied. Yeah. Oh.
Additional supply
Yeah, apparently the auto turrets can DPS through a shield battery. Hero now scrambling yet again. No cloak. Gonna lose the Banshee. Big game. Small loss. Everything small in comparison. That probe was holding gold and minerals as an attempt at diplomatic tribute, but the Terran's known for gunboat diplomacy. His stick was not big enough. Widow Mine trying to slip by. The Stalkers will just take it out. Probes looking for a move out. HeroMarine with a pretty dangerous amount of units here. Despite everything, the army supplies are again. Like Hero has gone for these cute plays. He's whittling down a lot of the Marines. In fact, the gateway is providing something of a choke point here. Yeah, HeroMarine losing a whole lot of units before this even starts out. Charge is done. No +1, by the way. Not yet for the Marines and Marauders here. Ooh, Widow Mines blunt the force of any counterattack. Shield battery overcharge going to be used. That Robo potentially vulnerable. But any DPS on the Robo means, well, not much because now it's dead. Going for the Nexus. Carving his way through. Hero with some great oh my god, the Stalker's taking a lot of damage. I said great patience, but he blinks on top of that tank, loses a huge amount of his army supply. Still holding. There is that second gold, but again, Hero driven back. He'll hold the base for now. But, whoa. Doesn't quite get the Raven, but that HeroMarine graciously gives him an opportunity. We don't mind. Oh, it killed the Stalker off screen. The only benefit, and it is a major benefit, is that he's mining from 2 gold bases right now, so there's the scan. Knows there's an observer there, obviously. HeroMarine not gonna be able to chase him down. Probes being rallied into the... I'm not... Okay. We don't mind drop onto the gold. Hero now expanding to his natural. Will the probes get away in time? Good micro. Gonna deal with it. Gets the medevac. Gets the mine. Diffused. Another Robo on the other side. Ooh. No forge. Oh, there is a forge, but he just hasn't gotten any upgrades. A recall onto this base. Shield battery overcharge. Holding the line for now. Force field. Strongly discouraging the rest of the units. Big Gabe starting to lose some momentum here, as his main base is going to be mining out momentarily. He's got a ton of medevacs. I think he realized that. He started some Liberator production. As past like 6 or 8 becomes a lot less valuable. Is the armory done? Indeed it is for those mines. But the Archon providing a lot of backline damage. Well, I guess very slightly beyond the front line, not really backline. But Big Gabe still has the supply to throw around. He does have to either expand or do critical damage soon. Well, Hero's actually mining out of the gold. So the gold mineral patches have the same amount as the blue. They just mine faster. Because you return 7 minerals instead of 5 per trip. So you do actually just mine out of the gold faster. You do it because of that additional income. Big Gabe taking a third. Hero actually closer to HeroMarine's base. Hero's pretty much mined out over here. Oh god, it's gonna get weird. Here we go. Base trading a Terran is Hero right now. Big Gabe though, Warpin's in his main. Big Gabe guts the gold base, but that one's already pretty much mined out. A couple dozen workers for both sides being slaughtered mercilessly and almost incidentally at this point. Even more SCVs are going to go down. HeroMarine down under 30. Stims back towards the spade, but shuts the door in his face. Force field. He's going to drop onto the high ground here. He's got a beachhead via the medevacs, but the Stalkers are going to be able to intercept. There's multiple Archons adding their damage as well. Slipping in behind the depots. Juggles the Archons back. And Hero has taken the supply lead. Another exploratory force field. The orbital command trying to re-land mid-fight. Is this a planetary on the low ground? It very, very, very much is not. And Hero slips out, blinks to the low ground, and takes out the orbital alongside 45 SCVs. The Archons moving forward, looking for more. And here, well, is there enough damage here? It maybe. And the Widow Mines. Whoa, HeroMarine taps it out. With 10 SCVs, his army supply is essentially just medevacs. And Hero still has 35 probes. a topsy-turvy, hectic game, but at the end of the day, a victory for the smiling assassin. Oh. Well. Yeah, you do see the intense clash of styles here. Hero, willing to throw everything and anything out there. Whereas HeroMarine is like, why won't you just expand normal? He manages... He was so close to breaking him on that first attack. But HeroMarine, sheer force of will and flexibility, I think, was the real key in keeping him going and bringing us here to Game 3 of this heroic difficulty match. Dresden. Double gas for HeroMarine. Hero going for the Reaper wall. I don't know, like, I'm a little scared for Hero. I'm a big Hero fan, which is an emotional distress. I'm also a big Gabe fan, which, like, just the gravity of the man. Palpable from anywhere in the universe. But it's clearly HeroMarine with the more reliable style here. Hero really pulling into the Protoss bag of tricks, so such as you would, trying to pull one over on Big Game. And even though he took the last game, it was a lot closer probably than it could have been. We'll see. You know what it would indicate a dramatic tone switch here? A Stargate. That is an odd pylon. Maybe expecting some aggression. He can build a shield battery, hide his tech. Ugh. I think a Stargate is in order. He builds a sentry first. Possibly for that hallucinate... Oh, wait, did he scout with a probe? No, just the blind battery. And then a Stargate with a sentry. Okay, so... this is something different. Yet... you know, the hallucinated... there is a combination here that you don't usually see, which is a hallucination to cover for Widow Mines. You send out the hallucination, it triggers any mines, then you can send in Oracle a lot more safely. Or Phoenixes, or what have you. I mean, the hallucination also very important to scout right off the bat. If you scout with it, and then you see they have the potential for a mine, you can choose your Stargate units more safely. Yeah, this is I don't know if it's an original strategy, but definitely a uncommon one here. You're gonna get into the main. He spots the tech lab on the factory. This is a Reaper Wall punish push here, which is, something sounds inappropriate about that. Punish me, Hero. Cyclone on the way. He's trying to figure out... well, I think based on the time the Phoenix has been hanging out there, it dissipates a moment before the Cyclone comes out. But I do think that gives away the fact. It isn't a Widow Mine. So, the Widow Mine builds a lot quicker. You can't actually... unless you're willing to cancel and restart your factory unit really quickly, there's no way to... Yep, he slaps down a Revelation. Here comes Big Game. He does have that Cyclone and 4 Marines inside. Goes straight for the main. Hero's on the other side of the map right now. Which is, you know, the wrong one to deal with this. How many units are there? Now, this is the issue with the early Stargate, is that you just don't have that many units. Makes life quite difficult. HeroMarine. Well, he killed a couple probes, and now he showed his hand. So, you know, I criticize, but At the same time, Hero has ground out quite a lot of map control. HeroMarine does not respect it. He's moving out with siege tank. Wait, what has he got? He's got 2 cyclones. Oh, God. He picks these up. He's just gonna fight. Yeah, where's the tank? The tank's not here yet. Yeah, here. Big Gabe did not respect Hero at all. And he's getting punished for it, as that was clearly not going to be enough against the Phoenixes. I guess not so clearly from his perspective. But Phoenix is utilized well. Takes out the Cyclones, which is most of the reliable anti-air that push. And now HeroMarine has to go back to his base. Hero now has a relatively safe third base. The Stargate showing its strength as kind of a utility choice. The first time that Hero has utilized it in this series, and now to great effect as he gets his third base comfortably while getting Colossi with extended thermal lens. I believe we're on a mod that makes it not bugged, just for those in the know or wondering. This is specific to the tournament. Oracle just kind of comes in, lands a few kills. Is he just giving it up? Viking? No, that recall's not going to work. Don't do it! I still don't like it. I don't care that it worked. Okay? I care a little. I still don't like it. It was needlessly greedy. Scans, yep, that's where the Oracle went. The scan will spot the Robo producing. I don't know if he saw the Colossus step out of it, but it's somewhat implied. And the positioning of everything gives away the third base here. So Big Gabe will have a big push. There's no other kind for him, but he doesn't have a third command center. He's making surprisingly few Marauders. He has barracks 4 and 5. So this is your definition of an all-in, where HeroMarine has not been building SCVs. Even though Hero has a very good idea of what's coming, this is still a dangerous time. Gonna take out the Observer. Is he gonna unsiege immediately afterwards? No, waiting for Stim, Combat Shield, maybe? I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. Does he not know about the third? He's acting like Hero's about to 2-base all in him. But he is mistaken on that front. He's got another siege tank on the way, maybe just waiting to put things together, realizes. There's the army, a few heroic Marines out in front. Down goes the... Was that the Oracle? Indeed it was. Just kind of wandered into the fray there. Hero has only lost a handful of units this game. He's been playing a near-perfect game. But we still haven't had too much of an exchange. These siege tanks, the Tactive Boys, HeroMarine's methodical tank push. Charge is not done yet. And that is still a lot of Marines. It is quite vulnerable to the Colossi. Ooh, moving really far forward here. There is still the Raven with 2 scrambles. Oh, the siege tanks are in range. He's in Siege Tank Canyon. And he knows he owns... Oh, the feedback! The feedback is massive! Getting rid of the ability that... Negating the interference matrices. That dismantles this whole push. This all relied on disabling the Colossi at exactly the right time. Targeted down the Disruptor. The Vikings still trying to fight, but the shield battery on the back line. The hallucinated Colossi actually absorbed some fire. HeroMarine. With the Raven, this would have looked great for him. But without it, it's still anyone's game. Alright, the Vikings still over the top. Shield battery out of energy. Tanks doing terrible, terrible damage. A Colossus goes down. The Viking count isn't high enough. The gateways warping in as quick as they can, but HeroMarine is starting to stream into things. There is no backup base. The probes are pulled. He's going for it. 12 probes, 20 probes dead. The Vikings are still fighting. Charge lots onto the siege tanks. The Bio Army still intact. Disruptor shot tries to fix that. He picks up into the medevac. HeroMarine and Hero both plummet in supply, dead even after that exchange. Hero loses all his probes but saves the base, whereas HeroMarine loses most of his army, but hamstrings the economy. The charge lot's chasing across. It's still, once again, gonna be a hectic game. And HeroMarine is not paying attention to those rally points. He's gonna kill more probes in the main. Hero can't afford to lose very many more from here. Big Gabe can just lift his main command center and continue mining, especially if he continues to get economic damage, but the charge lots are chasing things down. Hero is cleaning up the stragglers here. And it's gone from, at the end of that engagement, what looked to be a very close game into, I think, Hero's advantage. The feedback on the Raven was everything. That was the turning point. With 2 interference matrices, or even like a couple auto turrets and an anti-armor missile, HeroMarine very likely wins that fight, and probably with it the game. But the Templar, the heroic Templar, I don't think we saw anything else out of the Templar. Maybe an Archon. Yeah, he lost 1 Archon. But that made all the difference. Hero is back up to 58 probes now. There are 7 gates, a rowboat. There's enough production to eventually outstrip Big Game, especially that the economy is grinding back towards the Protoss. HeroMarine scrambling. He cannot afford to lose these. This double drop must get something done. Oh, the Marines into the 3rd. Gonna get another half-dozen probes. The double drop being chased down. He lost 1 medevac, going for both. HeroMarine kind of flailing with these Marine drops here. Recall into the main. It is a very clear... HeroMarine has floated his main command center to the 3rd. The medevacs will fly back home. HeroMarine actually loses a pylon. The Marines into the natural. You cannot afford to lose any more medevacs. He's gonna lose 1 with several Marines inside. Killed a few more probes, but lost more Marines here. HeroMarine keeps going for the... Well, the probe count is down to 47, which is not particularly healthy. Well, that means Hero's army is quite massive. The medevac count is down to 1. I don't even know if it's with the army itself. The charge lots. A lot of charge lots here. The Liberators picks up the tanks, puts them right back down as the Vikings take out most of it. But this disjointed attack is maybe the only way Hero could have picked a losing battle. The charge lots evaporated to the Liberators beforehand. +2 attack is done. Hero smelled blood in the water, but there is no water here. I guess on the edges, so... Ooh, the Disruptor went from dangerous to potentially devastating to just okay. HeroMarine cannot afford... Oh my. Does he know the army's right? It's literally sitting slightly out of vision range. The orbital itself. He tried to drop in the back. The orbital's taking terrible, terrible damage. And Hero... I think Hero just more comfortable with those hectic situations. HeroMarine, a well-practiced macro player. But Hero is a lord of chaos. And in this particular series, he's able to control it. All right. This Hero will be the one to take it. A roller coaster series. But thankfully, we were all strapped in tight. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I made your day a little bit better. Jimmy, what were we at? 11:05? 1,105 likes. Cast another series. Probably do it anyways. But thank you for watching. And like, subscribe if you're still here at the very end before autoplay. That'd be awesome. Thank you for watching. We already said that. Like, just, it's implied. It's not implied. Just cut.